my loves. How are you doing? My name is Sheba and welcome to my channel. This is See Like Sheba. How you doing? Happy Wednesday. I had such an amazing day as per usual. And so the thing that I'm supposed to talk about today is that you are the exception to the rule. If you clicked on this resonated with you, I resonate with you, then this applies to you. And even if those things don't apply, you can definitely, you will definitely get something out of this message. But you are the exception to the rule, okay? I know that because I'm an exception to the rule, all right? So I will talk in part from my experience. So today, I was thinking about, me and Billy were doing laundry, okay? We were about to go on a trip on Friday, and we just got a washing machine a couple weeks ago, and we purchased a dryer, but in Maryland, if it's a gas dryer, you have to get these permits and these things. Anyway, it's going to be another month before the dryer gets here, okay? So we go to use the laundry for the first time, and there's already water in the bottom of it, and we drain it, and there's rust then, and then we do it again. And so it was just so funny. It got me thinking that we are these earth angels or divine beings who are coming down to earth, trying to do human things. And so while the humans, the typical human is at work on a Wednesday, out of their home at work doing their matrix job, we're over here trying to figure out how to work a washing machine. And I'm pretty sure we figured it out. And by we figured it out, I'm gonna be honest, Billy figured it out. I was outside chilling, and yeah, so and tomorrow I think we're gonna take our clothes to the laundromat to dry. I don't know, or maybe we'll hang them on a clothesline outside. We're gonna figure it out, okay? But anyway, I say that, why did that come to me? Oh yeah, I told Billy, I was like, it's like we're earth angels, and just trying to figure out this human experience. But I really do think me and Billy and lots of other people, but not most people, are earth angels or light warriors, whatever, resonates with you. But you're here to save humanity from themselves. I know. You're here to guide them and to activate them and to help them usher in a world that is hospitable to humans and is in harmony with the cosmos, all that stuff. Okay? So, I'm just oh my gosh, yeah, me and Billy are definitely from the heavens trying to figure out how to be a human, but I think we're doing a great job. Lucky for us, our journey is expedited and we just pick up stuff really quickly because we're exceptions to the rule. And so, yeah, if this resonates with you, if you're still sticking around, if you've still stuck around till this point, yeah, you're an earth angel, babe. You're a light warrior. And that is not going to be most people. So I won't be surprised if this doesn't get pushed out to as many people. But if it does resonate, be sure to give me a like and a subscribe. Join the collective. Okay, so yeah, if you're an earth angel, a light angel, you're here, a light warrior, you're here to save humanity, then you're going to be an exception to the rule. What applies to these mortals does not apply to you. So for myself, I found that, while most people are maybe really susceptible to groupthink, doing what everyone else does, responding how everyone else does, I'm very resistant to it. I'm also resistant to things it's included in that, but propaganda, traditions. I'm very wait, what? Or why do I have to do that? And if it doesn't make sense to me or I don't want to, I don't. And that kind of shocks people sometimes. And then they'll maybe use things like shame or fear to try to induce me to going along with propaganda or traditions, or what was the other thing? Groupthink. But because I'm an exception to a rule, that don't work on me. It might work on all these other people, but it just doesn't on me. So it's great. I was able to escape lots of things because the rules don't apply to me. This is my second marriage. In my first marriage, I was able to get out because the things that keep other humans trapped are not going to work on me. I'm like, oh no, I gotta go. And I didn't have this fear that, I was never going to find anything better, because I know, no, I'm an exception to the rule. Like whatever I say goes. So, yeah, what do I have to be afraid of? So, yeah, yeah. And the things that stop other people do not stop me. That's why I be getting on every night, every day, just chatting to myself, despite there not really being like a reason other than that I want to. 555 on my clock. I love that. But yeah, I just don't have the same, fears, or at least I don't have the same response to the fears as other people. I don't let it stop me. I let my fear be my closest, my most faithful, my longest companion, so they don't have to stop me. They can come along with me. And that's just proven to be a really powerful framing. So anyway, so also in being an exception to the rule, I'm an exception to the rule about what is possible. So literally these past almost 2 years now, at work, in my family, in my friends, how I've related in the world, lots of people would say oh, you can't do that, or be careful because this negative thing will happen. There will be this consequence if you do this. And each time I just know everything always works out for me. That's the rule for me. And so I think a lot of people have, they accept as a rule for themselves, a Murphy's Law kind of thing. Everything that can go wrong will go wrong. And kind of, they expect the worst case scenario to happen, or they expect everything to not go right. And then a lot of times they're, not surprised when that same thing happens, when what they expect occurs. So for me, I'm just all right, well, let me just assume that everything's going to go right. Not just that it's going to go right, it's going to go better than I expect. Right. And so when people warn me, so with, I disrupted all these meetings at my work because they were trying to just normalize a genocide, and they're all a bunch of lawyers, but they're just pretending nothing exists except Taylor Swift and Bridgerton. And I was you guys, we have to talk about the genocide. They're slaughtering children. How are you guys preparing your children for this? And so I had a friend who, was I don't want you to get in trouble. I don't want you to get fired. I don't want all of these negative things to happen. And I'm just I don't know. I'm an exception to the rule, babe. So maybe that's what everyone else is afraid of, but that's not going to happen to me. And it didn't. And so I got to, get to this point, move on from a job I hated, from an environment that was stifling me. I got to move on from it because I was wait, these rules that keep everyone else bound don't apply to me. I'm not hindered by the fears and rules that shackle everyone else. So hopefully you are also not, if you're still viewing. Okay. Oh yeah. So I am an exception to the rule about what's possible. Right. And so, yeah, even now I'm retired, and just, I'm about to get into I am in my spiritual bag, and I'm just going to make this transition from 9 to 5 lawyer, typical kind of matrix, success story to being on the divine's payroll and making that a success story and showing people how walking by faith and not by sight is actually the way to go. So I'm just changing the game on what's possible. And it made me think of, me and Billy, we used to do a lot of escape rooms. And one time we did one, and it was nearing the end. We were getting down to the last minute, and we did some, puzzle, we like solved it or something, and the door opened. And the guy was like, oh, the thing you were supposed to solve is like this thing. And so I don't know why the door opened, even though you didn't do the thing that he thought you were supposed to do to get out. He was like, I've never seen that before. We literally created a new way to escape this room. The rules don't apply to us. Literally. We like make our own rules. We were like, okay, well, I guess this is another way we can get out. Yeah. So yeah, everything always works out for me. So I knew I was going to get out of that room. So I think the universe was just like, yep, they're not working on the right puzzle, but they're still going to get out. So, I love it. And so if you are someone who, the rules don't apply to you, who every time, people are like, oh, this is going to happen, you do it, and the thing that everyone said was going to happen doesn't happen, you got to wonder, like, that's your power. Your power is the ability to not have the same consequences of the rules as everyone else does. So, like, it's kind of your responsibility to break the rules. At the very least, test the boundaries of them, right? If you know it's always going to work out for you, if you know you are the exception to the rule, then you got to take the risks that other people who are the rule, who the rule does apply to, you got to do what they can't do, right? Just to see what's up, right? A lot of these rules are, here for us exceptions to the rules to break. Like, we're here to be the exception. Ooh, if you're here to be the exception, you're not supposed to just go along with the rules, right? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, if you're an exception to the rule, you're here to break the rules because the same results and consequences don't apply to you. Yeah. I'm someone who gets away with stuff. So I got to try to get away with it. If I know I'm going to get away with it, I got to try. And so that goes with screaming at Zionists and white supremacists and anyone who supports them in any way. And nothing happens. I mean, only good things happen. I no longer have to be around Zionists or white supremacists or a man making me uncomfortable or anyone who I don't want to be around. It's great. And I know, because I'm an exception to the rule about like, oh, this will happen. Not to me. I'm lucky like that. I'm exceptional. Everybody else has to like, study so much for law school and do all this stuff. Not me. It came really naturally to me. It was easy. It was fun. So that's about all I wanted to say, my loves. Yeah, I get away with it, so I gotta try. And so, yeah, that's another thing too. So if you made it all to the end, give me a butterfly emoji. I don't know why. This dress kind of like gives me that vibe. And I love this color blue on me. So pretty. So striking. But yeah, give me an emoji. And so I'm trying to get to 1,111 subscribers by the end of 2025. Okay. And, but it's funny because since I'm an exception to the rule, the algorithm doesn't really apply to me. So like, it might seem ambitious that I'm like, oh, I'm going to get like this many by 2025, but like, not for me. Everything always works out for me and the rules don't apply to me. So maybe for most people it takes years and you got to do all this stuff and you got to, give people what they want, and niche yourself down. Not me. 1414 on my timer. Yeah, not me. That's just not what I have to do. So I can like have fun. Billy just did a episode on his podcast about like, who cares about these things that don't matter, about like what other people think, about other people's measures of success. My success is being brave enough to turn on my camera every day, regardless of whether or not anyone is waiting for me, regardless of whether or not everyone is listening to me or receiving my message in real time. That's all I got. Okay, bring your forehead up against the screen. Ooh, I don't usually do it like this. I think I usually lean in. But now I'm bringing you to me, okay? There you go. I love you. And this is all made up, darling. And if you're an exception to the rule like moi, then you got to make it up differently, babe. The ending isn't written for you because you're an exception to the rule. The results, the consequences that typically come for unexceptional people doesn't apply to you. So you got to make it up, babe. And why don't you make it up in a way that benefits you? Like I do. So, yeah. Everything always works out for you, babe. I know it. It's because you're the exception to the rule. All right. All right, Earth Angels, my light warriors. Give me a subscribe if you've made it this far. Give me a, what did I say? Give me a butterfly emoji. And I will see you tomorrow. All right? What do I got tomorrow? Oh, I'm going to go get my nail fixed. I have a little, it's just some of the design gel came off. So she's going to fix that. We're preparing for our trip. So I'm probably just going to chill, honestly. I'm trying to like not load my days with anything. Like if I have 0 things to do, like that's my goal. My goal is to just like leave myself open to receive the messages and whatever the divine wants to give me. And it's going great so far. All right, my loves. Salam. Is that it? Yeah. And yalla bye. And also, look at how, I mean, it goes without saying, but god damn.